Alright gents, on today's video I want to talk to you guys about the things that I love about my 959 Ducati Panigale. Number one has got to be the way this bike looks. You gotta love what you ride, and this bike looks amazing. I don't think you can honestly say that this bike compared to any other sport bike is not one of the best looking, if not the best looking sport bike that is basically made. This is the 959, so it's actually modeled after the bigger 1299, and they're actually more expensive. But this is a sweet bike, man. This thing looks amazing, even though it's quite dirty right now. It's bug blood. But number one has got to be the way this thing looks. Let's jump on this bike and let's talk about the rest of the things I love about this thing. Hang on. Alright gents, the number two thing that I love about this bike is the sound. You can't beat that twin. That is one of the best sounding engines that they've put in a motorcycle. And it is actually probably one of the biggest things that made me want to get a Panigale. It's just that low down grunt of this engine. The Super Quattro is a staple of motorcycling, and there's really no replacing it. They're coming out with the V4 now, so I mean it's gonna get phased out. They have the 1299 special edition, or I'm sorry, they have the 1299 final edition, which is, as the name suggests, gonna be the last incarnation of this V-twin in this configuration that we know as of today. So we're getting ready to say goodbye to an engine that's been in this bike for probably about 30 years. You just gotta love that, just the bass of this engine. There's nothing Japanese that I've ever found that compares to the bassiness of this motor. It's just by far one of the best sounding motorcycles that there is. And of course we get stuck behind a big damn truck. Besides for the sound and the looks, we'll get down to like the actual meat of this motorcycle and things that, you know, honestly truly matter to riders. The number three thing that I absolutely love about this motorcycle is the mechanical feel of everything. When you shift, you know that you've gotten into gear because you feel a clunk. You can hear a clunk when you shift into gear. Your levers are nice and good feeling. Your throttle's got a good feel to it. You feel like you are on a machine. This thing is, you know, pretty tamed. You know, as far as this, it's not a race bike. I mean, I guess it is kind of a race bike, but it's not like a MotoGP bike. You know, they've tamed this down for an average rider, but you still feel like you're on a beast. Like, this thing is a machine, and you feel like you are operating a machine, not like a Japanese bike. You know, Japanese bikes kind of feel soft a lot of the time. You know, or they can. I don't want to bash Japanese bikes because they're really awesome, especially for the price point. But this is like you truly feel like you are, you know, you are riding a machine. I bet you might not be expired. Wait, no, 224, I think 18. You might be expired. I don't know. Oh man, you smell like weed. That's so funny. That never ceases to amaze me, the people that just kind of like roll around. But this car in front of me just reeks of weed, and like they get all fucking bent out of shit when they get pulled over for it. Why are you pulling me over? I didn't do anything. Ooh. Guys, the number four thing has got to be the leaning of this bike. It might not have seemed like appear to it you know, on the camera, but this bike leans like it was made to lean. It loves being on the edges of the tires. This thing just flips from one side to another with barely any input. It just likes being there. It's basically like a puppy that wants to play. Like, oh, you want to flip over? Let's do it. Let's do it, bro. Come on. You know, and it kind of pushes you to ride, you know, a little bit harder. It's actually a really awesome feeling on this bike, man. I've never had a bike that truly likes to be leaned quite as much as this one. It definitely seems like that's what it was made for. God, I love this thing. Just love it. Man, these roads fucking suck. I'm like hitting every bump. The number 5 thing that I love about this bike has got to be the really, I mean, honestly appropriate level of electronics that we got going on. What the fuck are those assholes doing? Don't fucking kill me. Is the electronics on this thing. This display shows you basically everything that you need to know. There's really not much else that I really could imagine that I really want to know. It's got a quick shifter. It's got ABS. It's basically got all the things that you need to truly actually take this bike and go fast. I mean, go real fast on it. Like, it's just, it wants to help you go fast. It's got all sorts of rider control settings, and you could really, if you want to nerd out on this bike, you can nerd out on this bike. And that's one of my favorite things about this bike, is that you can nerd out on it, or you can just leave it alone. You can just turn it on. It's got 3 preset modes. Sport, race, and wet. I leave mine in sport. I've never put it in race because it's been in break-in for so long. But as you can see, it's in sport right now. I leave it in sport, and it's plenty responsive in just sport mode. I might put it in race mode today here and just see what it's like. Everything, I believe, becomes a little bit more responsive. But yeah, I mean, those are the 5 things that I love about this bike. And there's a lot of other things that I like about this bike, but those are 5 things that I just cannot get enough of. You know, I truly love those 5 things about this bike. There's some things that I don't like, sometimes seat height or the heat of it, but I mean, I'll address that in another video. We'll just stay positive on this video because it's the beginning of the weekend. Let's go enjoy ourselves out here. But anyway, until I see you guys on the next video, please like, subscribe, comment. I like to, you know, hear comments. I'm, you know, always open to answer questions and talk to you guys. But until I see you guys on the next video, deuces.